Hi everyone, this is Nightbird coming to you with a reading for the collective. All right, today we're filming on a cardboard box. Fabulous. I've just been playing with my drum and rattle a bit here. Really like this one. Haven't gotten very skilled with it yet, but it's a great rattle for cutting through the noise and being heard. I like it. So I'm gonna reach into the tarot suitcase, which is over here, and I'm just gonna pull out some decks at random. That's a big one. That's probably the Wildwood. Okay, so we're starting with we're starting with the Wildwood. Definitely gonna get one off of that. All right, here this is maybe the fermentation. Nope, that is Angels in Your Biz. All right, interesting. Don't know where the booklet for that is. There it is. All right, and let's get one more. Okay, so we have the Dreamweaver's Oracle. All right, this is interesting. I like this. So we're gonna start over here with the Wildwood Tarot and see what's coming out. I will get one card for sure, but you know, there might be others that want to jump out as well. So let me make sure I get these out of the box correctly. Put that out of the way. All right, on the split, we have the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Stones. So the Queen, or sorry, not Queen of Wands, the Queen of Vessels. So Queen of Cups, which is has a salmon depicted on it. So if that's an animal that resonates with you for some reason, this message today might be particularly resonant for you. Or the salmon might have a message for you, so you might want to explore what our ally salmon can teach us. So, and then on the Seven of Stones, I love this message, which says healing. And we see here a green person who is doing healing work on someone who is lying supine, face down? No, they're face up actually, in a set of standing stones. So this is a Celtic flavor deck, so that makes sense with the imagery here. This person who is sitting beside the wounded warrior, they are holding vigil and keeping watch. They are not actively doing anything to the person. They're not having surgery on them or anything like that. They are conjuring up this amazing, beautiful, universal healing energy from the world around them, from the energies around them, to come and be present in this space between these magical stones. And these magical stones can be whatever we've put into place in our lives that are our security. Maybe they are our house. Maybe they are our bedroom, a certain set of clothing, you know, maybe it's a community. We have those pillars around us in which we can feel safe and heal. So right away, I'm getting these messages for this reading on April 5th that we want to be focusing on this Queen of Cups energy and the Seven of Stones, which is healing with your supports around you. So with the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Vessels here, the salmon, I'll also say this is a creature known for swimming upstream and an uphill battle, literally. This salmon is going upriver, up a freaking waterfall in an incredible feat of strength and intuition, guys. So you may feel like you're swimming against the stream literally, and it's an uphill battle. And that might be exactly why salmon is here today, to give you the courage and strength that you need to keep going on whatever this Queen of Cups journey is, that is very strong in the energy today. So Queen of Cups typically is a feminine energy, and that doesn't mean a female. It just means someone who is resting in a feminine energy. So in a receptive state, someone who's in touch with their intuition and their emotions. Males have these sides as well, guys. So these are not qualities that are inherent to just to women or anyone of a particular gender. So this Queen of Cups is someone who's very contemplative. They're looking at the cup that they've already poured for themselves in this life, and they are generally it's a contented feeling, and it's very very contemplative. It's peaceful. The water is still in the cup. But the queen also knows how to refill it and refresh it if she wants to. So she can drink from this water, or she can offer it to someone else who might need refreshing emotions. So it might be that you have enough beautiful emotions in yourself now that you're able to hold space for other people in a lovely heart energy in order for them to also heal. And this can also be an indication that this is happening on a community level to me. This is kind of what I'm seeing it with the 7 stones and the indication of multiple people having created that space specifically for healing. So underneath that 7 of stones, we have the 8 of bows, which is hearth fire. And so there is that community that I belong to where we drum, dance, and celebrate around the fire. And I was just drumming, so I'm not at all surprised to see this card come up. And right next to it, underneath that Queen of Bows, is the Ace of Bows. I'm sorry, beneath the Queen of Vessels is the Ace of Bows. So the Queen of Cups, the 7 of Stones, which is Pentacles, and then here we have 2 Wands cards, the 8 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. And so these very much talk about a time where there's a new opportunity that you can be very fired up about. It's time to launch a new arrow with this bow from your heartstring. And here are other people who are contributing to that. We've gone from the 7 to the 8, and that are helping stoke that passion and that fire that we're getting ready to launch as individuals, and that we're working together to launch together. And so maybe that that bow, that idea, or this can also be a message or a gift coming in from the universe. Maybe that is something that we'll receive when we're in our Queen of Cups receptive energy. So if you haven't sat in contemplation for a while about your emotions, now would be a really good time to do that. You might need to stir things up a little bit with your own passions and see, you know, what's going to come out of that. What is the new idea you want to follow? And is there anything that you've stirred up that you also want to heal while you're in that protected space? All right, these are the initial messages coming out from the Wildwood Tarot. I want to shuffle and see what else we've got coming. This is the first time I've really read from this deck without using the book, and I'm just going on my own intuition. The book is lovely, but it's super detailed, and trying to take away a quick message from that is not very easy. Love this. So 3 of Vessels is joy. So that's the 3 of Cups. So here we have that community or family or friends that are coming together to celebrate, to raise cups to one another. People flying in from all over. And that Queen of Cups up here, drawing them in perhaps. The Queen can also have a very magnetic energy. Maybe this is someone who has led the way and swum upstream and showed everyone how they can get to this place, and they're flocking now after that particular model. So that could also be what's going on. It could be someone is stepping into power as a figure of inspiration or a muse who is going to help other people launch their own ideas, almost like a starter. What do you call those, you know, funding startup type stuff, you know, but in a community way, where this Queen of Cups is going to show emotional ways or lend support emotionally, and within a community setting where people can heal, where people can launch new ideas, and where it can be done joyfully and in celebration. So I really think this is a wonderful message to start off with here on April 5th. As we know, is a day when many people are out protesting what is happening in the U.S. Politically, and how many people are becoming collateral damage to the changes that have been made by the current administration. So prayers to everyone who is out there today in any capacity, whether you're expressing your personal opinion through free speech, or whether you are someone who is keeping the peace, or witnessing as a journalist or a citizen, just there to hold space. Maybe this is some of the healing that we need also in times like this. All right, guys, I like that this is joy, the message that's coming out right there. So we're going to go to this Angels in Your Biz, And let's find out. I think it's interesting that we went from this very cerebral and full of symbology type of, trust your gut on the bottom there, full of symbology deck to one that's super pragmatic, which is the angels in your biz. So trust your gut, your body knows the truth. So when you are doing something that is working on your healing, then allow your body to lead you and follow up on hunches. You might need to follow up on hunches medically in, the traditional medical system, or your gut might say, why don't you go and visit a traditional medical practitioner and have some acupuncture and see how that goes. I had acupuncture before, guys. It was really wild. I liked it. So I had it for a while. I love this. We got 36 followed by 42, a couple of my lucky numbers. So 42, social media, your guides will create the strategy. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about social media. Your guides will create the strategy. That comes right after trust your gut. So obviously there's been a big debate in this year about what is the role of social media in the way our country is going, and what are our roles personally on social media? Are we perpetuating something good, something bad? Do we want to continue using the social media we're using? Do we want to opt out and try different, etc.? So I think that the message coming in here pretty clearly is that your guides will help you create a good social media strategy for you, and that you should trust your gut on that and not necessarily look to anybody else for your own leadership on that necessarily. Certainly you can, check in with your homies and say, what do you think about this? But personally, my strategy with social media is I'm trying to do less social media and more in-person stuff. So I'm trying to see people face to face. I'm trying to have phone calls and video chats. I'm going to events and that kind of thing, instead of just feeling like I'm socializing if I'm on Facebook or Insta or whatever, because that feels like socializing, but there's not much nutrition to it. There's content, there's intellect, there's information, but there's not the same, for me, energy feeling that you get when you're with someone in person. You can watch people dancing around a fire on video, or you can be there live and experience it. And I think most people would rather be there live and feel the warmth on their own face rather than witness it through a lens. So my social media strategy right now is to have less social media and more actual social time. So, all right, I want to put those aside. I don't think there's any need to read either of those out loud. And we're going to go to this Dreamweaver's Oracle and see what's coming out. On the bottom we have, when the weavers call your heart. This is red and blue, which is the same color as the beach towel that I have as a cloth right now. So I really feel like that is significant here for a reason. I've definitely been thinking about, red and blue and political parties and all that. And I love how this is a representation of the two colors being married together, with a heart in the center that's beating, and in the center of that is the moon. And that moon, is that inner knowing. It is that trusting your gut. It is reaching down into the depths where that Queen of Cups knows her own heart and is able to radiate that heart out to those around as well. This also seems to have a hand of Fatima on either side, which is, the evil eye representation in the center of the hand, which is a protective symbol. So this is talking about, to me, what else we got up there? Are those scissors? They're little people floating around. They're little stick figures. And there's a puppy dog head also, actually. So they're really interesting, kind of Marvin the Martian looking people floating around there. So to me, this is kind of talking about how, we've got the people who are floating around, the puppies who are floating around. They might all have different walks of life, but they're all just trying to get through this soup that's been created around us. When weavers call your heart, number 34, I'm going to read this. There has to be a way that in this soup we can all swim and find our way to this little heart-centered island in the center where we can coexist. So this says the essential meaning is love in all its forms, a heart-opening experience, romantic love, and the experience of showing kindness to others. All right, I see where this is. For me, one of the things that's come up a lot this year is, the idea of making America kind again, okay? People have been really lacking on their kindness, a lot more rudeness going on, a lot of entitled behavior, people not showing manners anymore. I just posted today, I'm so over, people being rude that I've started unfriending them. So I don't care. I don't want to see that. I'm certainly not going to take it if it's on one of my posts. You can treat me with manners and respect, and you can treat the people on my page that way, or you're not going to be there. So, showing kindness to others. So this says, yes, love, the quintessential energy of life, and the one glittering thread in the tapestry of your life that you cannot do without. This is the one energy that can heal all wounds, that can build bridges, find unity, and bring life into the world. When the dream weavers call your heart, you're being invited to bring the essence of love into your inquiry and give it freely and wholly, to give and receive it fully in the way it is being offered. Perhaps you've begun a new relationship and are wondering where it's going. If there is anything here for you, can you allow for love to come through without judgment or even measurement? Can you experience it without trying to define it and pin it down? Can you be the love that you seek? The experience of kindness is a way to open the door to love. Can you show kindness to others today for no reason at all, just because you can? Perhaps you can spend quality time with a beloved pet, or even send love to a plant if you can't be around people. A good question to ask yourself now, if you have any dilemma regarding others or even yourself and the choices you need to make, is what would love do? The universe is calling love to you in all its glittering, life-enhancing ways. So keep your heart open, drop your defenses and expectations, and watch the miracles arise as if by magic. So watch those miracles arrive and be launched. Those are those bows, that fiery energy there. I love that it also talks about healing here, because we have that healing card right up there with that 7 of Stones or 7 of Pentacles. So, yeah, I feel like there was something else I was going to say here, but I don't know what it is. So we also have, could it be a dragonfly? I'm just going to leave that one up there, number 8. And let you decide what the meaning of this card is for yourself. Could it be a dragonfly, guys? What does a dragonfly mean to you? Is there a situation you associate it with, a person, an emotion, a state of mind, a consciousness, a message, an ally, a mantra? Could it be a dragonfly? All right, I'm going to draw one more. Like that dragonfly almost has a disco ball down there on the end of his tail. All right. And I love this. I've never seen this one before. It says number 29, all is calm upon these shores. All right, I love this. Spirit is telling us to maintain a peaceful state of mind. Even this Queen of Cups is a salmon as she's fighting uphill and upstream against the current. There's a peaceful and natural energy to it. Hear this peacefulness of the seashell resting in the ocean as it's rocked by the waves and as it rolls across the sand. It's still its own energy, no matter what might happen around it. So there's a calm peacefulness about that. This seashell just being in the water and existing, and this salmon just being in the water and existing. That's what we maybe need to do right now, is just be in our emotions and exist in them, and see what ways are that rocking us and rolling us, and where does it feel like our emotions are flowing against the stream. Are we trying to make ourselves feel things that we actually don't feel? That's a really interesting one, guys, and I think that one is definitely ringing true for a few people who are listening. So if, for example, you're using mantras and trying to conjure up that feeling of manifestation and happiness that's supposed to exist in mantras, and it's just not working. Don't try to force that. Go and find something that's joyous, and allow yourself to be in joy. And joy is the frequency that you're wanting to get to when you're experiencing that calm state. Because that calm state at the very bottom of it has that ting, that note of frequency of joy. Because you realize you're in the flow of the universe, and therefore you're at peace. So let's read this number 29. The essential meaning, all is calm upon these shores, is a calm and centered sense of self, radical acceptance, peaceful interactions with others, and releasing attachments. Okay, I love this also as a piece of advice. We've been talking about politics and, clashes and all of that. This is talking about peaceful interactions with others and releasing attachment. So I'm going to also say releasing attachment to outcomes, releasing attachments to other people having to believe the same things that you believe, releasing attachments to the story that you're telling yourself. The sky is falling. I'm in danger. Are you in danger, or do you think that life is more exciting when you think you're in danger? Yes, there are people out there that are really in danger right now, but there are others who aren't, and they're believing that they are. So guys, be realistic. Look at the situation around you, and don't be attached to a particular storyline. Find out what you actually see. What do you actually take in with your body? What does your gut tell you? What does your higher self tell you? What do your emotions tell you? Listen to those pieces of information. We've been trained to only listen to our mind because the mind theoretically is superior. And it's just not. It's only one of all the things that are needed to make a complete person: mind, body, and spirit. Listen to your body. Listen to your gut instincts. Listen to the hair standing up on your arm. Listen to that feeling like someone's watching you. Whatever it is. You know when your gut is telling you something, and pay attention to those signals. And equally pay attention to the signs from spirit. Be looking for signals from nature if you have spirit animals that you work with, or weather or any of that, guys. So be open to prognostication. Is that the right word? Predicting things, augury, divination, taking signs from the universe in ways that you particularly can understand them. So all is calm upon these shores, accepting others, releasing attachment, peaceful interactions, and a calm and centered sense of self. There are days when you know you've done all you can and surrendered your attachment to outcomes, trusting that things will turn out the way they will. You don't have anything to prove anymore. When you reach this moment, you experience a kind of satisfaction and accomplishment that may not have even have anything concrete, any real perceived success connected to it. You just know peace and serenity. It may be fleeting, but it doesn't matter how long you stay at peace. Once you know the feeling, you can always return to it. The way to these calm inner shores is simple: meditation and prayer, coupled with surrendering your wants and your attachments to the will of the divine, being humble and grateful for what is in front of you, letting go of the need to control or change anything outside of yourself is key. This is not a passive state, but rather an action of choice, like radically accepting what you cannot change. The Serenity prayer beautifully outlines this when it says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Peace is the state of knowing that all is well. Enjoy it because it is. All right, guys, I love the Serenity prayer here. I think that's a perfect prayer for the times that we're in right now. Know what you can change, know what you can't, and have the serenity to accept those that you can't change, the courage to change the ones that you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So I'm going to pull one final oracle card over here, and we're going to wrap up this message for today. I want to get one from the Romance Dolls, and also an oracle of some kind that isn't particularly romantic. All right, I like this if I can get it out. And also, yeah, wow, okay. It's always more than one. We did have this message here about love. when the weavers call your heart. And so I kind of want to see what the Romance Angels Oracle cards will be having coming out for anyone who might be interested in this message of romance. What is something that you might need to know about this? So it says express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So if there's someone that you might have had an interest in, it could be time to make a romantic gesture and express your love. Or even if it's someone you're already in a relationship with, and that's even better. Express your love. Make a romantic gesture for no reason, but just to remember that romance is kept alive by our choices and by our actions. We also have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Now is every moment we live. And so if you've decided that something is coming to you now, eventually your brain's going to believe that it's now, and it's going to come to you now. So very soon, guys, clearly decide what it is that you want so that it comes to you now. And go ahead and make the romantic gesture and express your love. I love that. Gonna get one here from the Sword of Light Oracle. I feel like we still want to receive clarity from our angel helpers, and particularly Archangel Michael. If you aren't a fan of the angels, take the message for what they will at face value and ask yourself if the language itself can be useful to you in some way to examine your path and the choices that are available to you at this time. All right, so there, okay, we got a few here. So we have number 22, open your heart. My God, that goes right there with when the weavers call your heart and express your love. Open your heart. So you might need to open your heart to express your love, or also to open your heart to receive it if someone else around you is going to be expressing their love. So this says no one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal the situation. So it could also be there's reconciliation coming here, and the healing that is taking place might be amongst this community that has been built with many standing stones and with many participants helping one another. So no one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal the situation. So that could be available, guys, either in a partnership or a situation that is a group, a business, a place of work, a location, a Facebook page, I don't know, whatever. It could be any situation that love can help heal right now, especially if you open your heart. And then we also have, oh, interesting, number 28, something new, someone new is coming. There are almost no romantic cards in this Sword of Light Oracle deck. This says an important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. Double hit on open your heart. So this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can also be a supportive relationship or a mentorship, or just a joyous friendship. You could be getting a puppy. That's the new thing that's coming in. We did have a celestial puppy floating around there in the soup of chaos, right? Important new relationships on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. I'm going to read that one. I'm not sure I've read that one in a real long time, so I'd love to have a refresher on that and see what the full message is from Archangel Michael. All right. Two doves on here, which often to me represent twin flames or soulmates, guys. So as souls progress and evolve through the human existence, it takes more and more interactions with other souls to keep that evolution moving higher and higher. Because of that, the introduction of new people into your life has never been more important than it is right now. Someone new is about to enter your orbit. This may be the start of a romantic relationship. Someone previously unknown to you may catch you rather by surprise and bring a fresh flush of love and joy into your life. This message can also represent your current partner if that person has been on a path of growth or evolution. In short, they have become someone new in your life. This card also might herald an intimate friendship. This is a soulmate relationship that is platonic, but just as impactful as a romantic relationship would be. Your soul will likely recognize them as important right away, since you have probably shared a past life with them. Whatever form the new relationship takes, what is so beautiful about this person is that your paths will Sorry, I'm getting very emotional, guys. It's a very beautiful energy. Your paths will cross in such a way as to spotlight what each of you needs to learn to grow from the other right now. It will probably be a joyful acquaintanceship, but it's also possible that the interaction is to help one or both of you heal from past challenges. So we do have that joyful energy here with the Three of Cups, and more of that healing mentioned there that may have come from past challenges. Open your heart to new people today without expectation for what they might for what role they might play in your life. Accept them for who they are and don't hold back. As you grow spiritually through the relationship, you may find that someone new inside you as well. All right. So I do want to speak to this last paragraph where it says, open your heart to people without expectations and accept them for who they are and don't hold back. Now, this also needs to be done with a discernment, guys. We're not going to go stand on the street corner and, invite every person to come and give us a big hug and rummage through our purse. You might get mugged or worse if you did that. So that's not really using discernment. We want to, make sure when we're opening our heart and our resources to people, we've at least given a little bit of logical look-see and asked ourselves, is the situation safe? Is this person reasonably normal, safe-seeming person? Is there any subtext that I'm not noticing here? We all need to become more discerning. We can't always take things at face value, especially the more complicated our world becomes when people are able to use AI in ways that bend reality, not only for photographs and writing, but even for videos. Computer animation can do anything these days, and you really have to use your discernment when you're opening up yourself, your heart, your resources, not only to this someone new who is coming, but to groups, organizations, political causes. Do your diligence before you pour everything into something is my counter advice to the advice from Archangel Michael, who's probably the authority on the matter. So who am I to say different, right? But I'm also the divine, and so I'll also express that particular point of the divine's viewpoint. So there we are. I'm going to move over to this Energy Oracle card deck and see what's here, because nothing has come out for a very long time from this deck. It hasn't wanted to speak. This is usually a situational deck, so I feel like we might get some more specific clues about people or situations that could be affecting your situation right now, or moving forward. Yes, thank you. All right. Okay, we'll put these over here in case I need extras. So first thing we've got coming out is the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. I'm probably going to look that one up. So 7th chakra is the crown chakra. This is number 41 on here. We've also got 42, which was up here somewhere. It was social media. Interesting. Your guides will create the strategy. So 41 leading to 42, it might be that you want to call on Archangel Uriel for the crown chakra connection to your social media strategy, which could be the answer to life, the universe, and everything. That's the number 42 there. So behind Archangel Uriel, we also have all tied up. All right, 23 could be some of your resources are all tied up right now, or you're in a position where you can't make any moves. If that is the case, you might need to be praying for patience, or for even clearing on your crown chakra, or for divine messages or downloads that will help you understand what you need not to be all tied up at this time. That's number 23. And behind that, we have yin yang. Love that. Balance. So this is also a twin flame or soulmate card. and also speaks of a person coming into inner balance and calling on that magician energy to create their world with every tool available to them and being the master of that energy. So this is a manifestation energy. So if there's something or someone, particularly in a partnership, that's had you all tied up, we have an opportunity now to bring it into balance with this yin yang energy. And it may be through a seventh chakra revelation or connection or clearing or activation. So you might want to pray to Archangel Uriel to send you information on that if that feels relevant to you. All right, guys, this is the message for April 5th. I just saw 3444 on the clock there, and I've been seeing multiple fours everywhere. Fours is a number of stability. I want to just take a peek at what else we had coming out here. Really like this, guys. Appreciation, number 15. People recognizing the good things that you do, and you're standing out amongst no one else. So you're really contributing things that no one else can do. You're the only one in this picture. And people are appreciating that, your unique gifts. She's also holding what looks like a flower or a rose or a bouquet of some kind, and a handkerchief. So there's a little bit of daintiness and romance there as well. So it could be you're getting some appreciation from a suitor coming in. Or maybe you need to express your love and show that appreciation to someone that you're interested in, because there is someone new that's coming. So if there's someone that you might be interested in, what is it that you appreciate about them, and let them know. That might be a good way to express your interest. First chakra, Archangel Michael. So extra emphasis on these messages to open your heart, number 22, and that someone new is coming, number 28. Archangel Michael is here with that first chakra, the root chakra, and his sword to also help heal any blockages or energies that need to be released from the root chakra. So this could be the healing that's available as well, guys. We could have crown chakra and root chakra healings that release and clear and allow us to elevate into a higher vibration where we magnetize that someone new to us with our Queen of Cups energy, guys. Love it. Behind the Archangel Michael, who's number 35, we have number 27, walking away. Don't you love the view from behind as I walk away by now? So this is someone who is in their feminine power, and she may have been swimming upstream and fighting against the current, but she's on solid footing right here now, and she's leaving that behind along with any other struggles of anything that's just not going to be a part of her world in the future. She's moving into this beautiful kind of a spring cherry blossom feel and energy. And there's one last glance back, but that's all that the past is going to get, and that's the end. So there's definitely some things that we're wanting to walk away from right now in order to be this creature in bloom who is moving toward a future that can be healing, that can be emotionally fulfilling, that can be full of love and community, and for this joy to come into our lives where we're celebrating and where our ideas are listened to and valued, where we can toss ideas around with other people and make new things out of it and create joy together. So all of this is available right now, but there may be things that you have to walk away to do that. And it could in particularly be whatever has been keeping you all tied up, that's kept you out of balance. So we have this something out of balance here that's been stuck, blocked, or tied up. And that could be past life situation or karma. So if you are into that kind of thing, you might want to see about getting some kind of a past life removal or clearing or blockage or something of that sort. So these, in conjunction with the first chakra and the seventh chakra represented by Archangel Michael and Archangel Uriel, I think are really good things to concentrate on in order to move forward if you resonate with this message and be able to receive the gifts that are coming in that are available energetically right now to those who are hearing this message. So, all right, everyone, that is the message, and I hope you all are having an amazing, beautiful day. Blessings and love to everyone. I wish that every human being can experience a life of satisfaction, contentment, good health, peace, community, self-expression, validation, and being able to do what it is that they wish to do while not harming anyone else. That's what I want all of us to be able to do, is to live together in peace, to work together, so that we can all have corners where we can express ourselves safely with the people who are like us and not have to be afraid that those walls are going to come crashing down and we have to defend it. That's not what this message is telling us. This message is telling us to express your love, to open your heart, that new people are coming, that healing is here, that Ace of Wands energy is here, new opportunities, new passions. There's a lot of things that are here for us, guys, that are ready to manifest when we come into balance, when we receive appreciation, when we show appreciation, and when we rest in that calm divine energy that comes from knowing that you're a part of love and that you're at peace with the way things are. So, all right, I love you guys. If you would like to donate, I would greatly appreciate it. All of the information for how to do so is on the main write-up on the homepage of this YouTube channel. You can also visit my website at KarenEMartin.com. Pretty sure that's my website, and I'm pretty sure I paid the bill on it, so it should still be there, guys. So you can get more information about me, my services there. I do Reiki, I do tarot readings, I do shamanic work, workshops, presentations at festivals, this kind of thing. Speaking of which, next up on the docket officially is probably going to be, I think the Stargazer Festival is coming up first, and that's not till the end of June. After that, Starwood, and we'll see what else slots in onto the schedule for coming up. So much love to everybody, and have a wonderful day.